What's going on, everyone? Ruben here with my man Dougie.
Dougie fresh again, yes, my friend.
So today I want to get into the topic on how important connections are for you in your life and how your connections make it so that you can catapult yourself into success and happiness.
And capitalize on that success. And you said it's important. I'd have to agree by saying it is absolutely vital, like a heart to your body. It's crucial and critical because it's fulfilling to me. The relationships you have are just so meaningful. And when when people are on their deathbed at the end of their life, they usually think of, the relationships that matters most.
That's the big thing that a lot of people regret. I wish I spent more time with my family. I wish I spent more time with this person. It's always
I wish I got to do this or meet this person.
I wish I got to meet more people. I wish I had, some men might say, I wish I had slept with more women. Hey, that's fine.
So today we're going to talk about how to get connections and how to leverage your connections.
Because why I want to talk about this, Dougie, my bad. Dougie is a pro. He's amazing at making connections and having these awesome people bring him into circles that are me and you probably cannot even afford to get into. So I just want to know, like Dougie, to share with you guys how to get into those circles, how to make yourself attractive, you could say, where people want to spend time with you, where people want to be around you, and where people respect you. They value you, you bring value to them, and you guys just exchange. Kind of like what me and Dougie are doing right now.
Exactly.
With our day, spending the day together and just shooting videos, shooting
fun,
shit, having a good time,
eating good food.
That's it. That's what it's about. And it's with this, because Jim Rohn's most famous quote, I want you to say it. What's Jim Rohn's most famous quote?
He has a couple. One is, success isn't something you pursue, it's something you attract. Is that the one you got in mind?
No.
How about this? Wherever you are, be there. Is that the one you got in mind?
No.
I got so many, I could say them all. I literally have a book of quotes. Which one would it be?
The 5 people.
Oh, of course. You are the average of the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as Booker T says. 5 time, WCW champion. No, you are the average of the 5 people you hang around the most. And this is so true. Environment is just absolutely exponentially important more than any other thing. It's just so crucial.
I mean, think about our environment right now. We're sitting here in Central Park. Lots of nature. You feel more, the air feels cleaner. You feel more grounded because you're walking in a park. You're around nature. You're where humans are supposed to be.
And then we're seeing things like ducks, turtles, bees,
animals,
bunnies.
everywhere.
It's awesome. And I'll say this about connections. You're using the right word. You're awesome, Ruben, because you're saying connections over networking. Most people get into the trouble of saying networking.
That's a big
The
pitfall.
truth is, networking is like, oh, let me get something from him. Oh, let me get something for nothing. Or, oh, let's exchange. What I think of it, I say connections as in, let me lead with generosity and gratitude. Okay, lead with G and G. When you can do that, then you're really making the most of your experience, and they're gonna feel really good about you. And if you can get yourself in a great state and be positive around them, be accepting, be excited, be grateful, then they'll enjoy being around you. So I tried to do that. Or be congruent, meaning there's an alignment with your thoughts, words, and action, and you're expressing how you naturally feel. You're not trying to fake and put on this, pose and facade, this phony mask when you're around them. At the same time, adapting to them in a certain way without being inauthentic. So there's this balance, and it's really tough. It takes quite some experience of some time. That's why you got to get out there and make connections and meet friends, and you'll learn so much. But really, it's taking the word networking to what you say. You're awesome. You say connecting. And you guys to click on this and watch this. You're amazing because you value this as well. It's connections. You're connecting with other people, where you're giving them your resources, your connections as well, and you're edifying them for all the good they've already done, and it's only gonna give good results. Not even being attached to the result, but just being present with them, accepting of them, and then embracing what is in that moment, being calibrated to the person to yourself and to the environment. And I'll say this last thing, that environment is key. You could be in a whack, disempowering environment, and you could let that, spoil your time with someone else. But don't do that.
No.
Because what I do is I'll change it. I'll feel really good, or I'll talk about the positive things. I'll talk about the exciting things we've got going on in the future, share some phenomenal memories, get into what they're into, what's their biggest difficulty right now, what are they really excited about, and find out more about them so I can use that information to better serve them. Your environment affects you. Don't let it stop you though. See, it affects you this much. There's a study. They gave someone some hot, warm coffee. They hold the coffee, and the other person grabbed it back and they left. And then they did that to about 50 people. Then another group of people did it to another group of people, and they gave them a cold iced coffee, and they held it for a second as they grabbed something out of that person. They gave it back. Then someone gave them $5, another new person, and said, hey, what'd you think of that person? And they wrote out words. For the person who gave them iced coffee, it was cold, distant, mean, rude. And the person who gave them warm coffee, it was warm, kind, genuine, real. And that's how much this priming of your environment can affect you. So you have to prime yourself, you have to prime yourself with the environment, you have to prime yourself with people. Like, before we were doing this video, we were just talking about how awesome the day it is, and like how much fun we're gonna have, and we're really getting in a good mood. So connecting is, for me, those are some of the overarching principles that I'm aware of. And I also am you gotta get clear on your outcome. What do you even want? But not being attached to it. So there's that dichotomy. Most people don't know what they want. Most people don't have a plan, and that's also key. Doing homework on people, researching. So these are some of the top tier things that I can, give you right off the bat. Basically, like a quarterback, get the ball and hand off to you. Now it's up to you to run it to where you want to go. Now it's up to you to break the tackles and challenges that are going to come, because it's not if, it's when. They're going to be there. There's going to be situations when you can't meet this person, or this person's having a bad day, or this person's hard to reach, where you got to get through the gatekeeper, or so many beliefs in your own mind that can block you, and there's going to be obstacles. So that's why you're going to have to, again, break those tackles, juke them. But no, the ball's always there ready to be snapped. This ball's always there. And guess what that ball is? That ball's life. And if you got to get in the game of getting these connections, and that's what you're talking about.
Getting the connection.
Getting the game, baby.
Because they're so key in your life, especially if you're young. You're young and watching this, great to go out there and start building connections, because starting at like 20 years old, imagine the connections you'll have when you're 30 years old.
Yeah.
Because most of the time you reach your success pinnacle in your 30s. If you noticed, all these guys that are really successful in any part of their life is usually in their 30s, the prime, and that's so key. And I know I talk about a lot of dating and stuff, and I believe in order for you to have someone, a significant other, that's great and aligns with you, you have to have that strong and deep connection. It can't be just like, I just wanted to get laid. Yeah. I mean, that happens, and it's very lucky when someone just has a one-night stand and they decide to make that relationship happen, and they end up lasting a very long time until they die. But you want to make that connection so that you guys can have something. You're giving value. You're trading.
You let people close the art. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So yeah, the circle. So basically, with this, you give, and creating this, deep connection.
Yeah.
You create a circle. You start the circle, and you let them close it. And in this, right, or you have to close it. So they start the circle, and then you have to close the circle. Allow that, because then people love to feel and joy of giving. Secret to living is giving, Tony Robbins says, and that's serious. I really enjoy seeing people light up when I can share something with them or treat them to something, and it's tremendously terrific.
And think about how you feel when you do give. You feel so great. Instead of just taking, you don't really feel that when you take something from someone. Yeah. When you give, it's like all the hormones in your brain, the oxytocin, you're giving something, whether that's even your time. You give to someone else,
attention.
Someone you love, your attention. Yeah. Stay off your phone when you're with them. You know not to be on your phone the whole fucking time.
Yeah, I feel bad
if
when
they're talking to you, you go on your phone and you're like this, and you're talking to me.
Yeah, there's studies that show
you're disconnecting.
Yeah, disconnecting, which is the opposite of what we want to do.
And you don't want to do that. The connection has to keep there. It has to flow. It's like a friend of mine told me this, and it was beautiful the way he said it. It sounded like poetry. And he's like, you want to be, it's like music. You want to be on the same wave with them. So music, when you see music in certain, you know, in art, it's like a frequency like this, right? So your frequency has to match my frequency in order for us to have that amazing connection where you just, and you guys can build on each other. You guys can learn from each other. You guys can get things from,
so
you know?
valuable, so valuable. Yeah, definitely tune in like a radio station to their frequency. And when you could do that, there's gonna be this deeper sense of connection, meaning you're just getting aligned with their way of life and the way they view the world. You're seeking first to understand, then to be understood. And you're finding, really, as connecting is finding commonality in some area, whether it be, you know, friggin' weather to start, or some sports, to, you know, their experiences growing up, to the way they look at the life they're living now. And you find that commonality. It could be their posture, their breathing pattern. It could go that deep. It could be their tonality in their voice, their excitement, their emotion. And that's a deeper way to connect. Really though, the beauty of it is having them on your phone where you can text them and they smile when they receive it, or you can call them and they can lend an ear, or when you visit their town that you can hang out and have another great experience. And you could share and basically have the relationship moving forward, friends, family, or romantic, where someone is going to be there for you, someone that you can be there for them, and it's truly rich and fulfilling.
It's great stuff, man. Yeah. Great stuff. So I think we're gonna just end it there. I think we gave a lot of value.
That's a lot of value.
It's a lot of value in this video.
Yeah.
Something you can watch over and over again, probably.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
So I'm gonna end that video here. As always, stay awesome. See you next week. Got anything to say, Dougie?
Yes. Don't forget to connect. Don't neglect to reflect. Okay? What am I saying? I'm saying it's so important. Don't just think it's another thing in life you have to do. It's like something you really want to enjoy and something you want to make a priority. Something you want to bring your best to. And then reflect on how you can grow. Reflect on how you can really show your truth and your best and put your best foot forward. And then another reason why I'll say relationships are so powerful is because they shine a light on you, on what you're good at. They put a magnifying glass on you. They kind of focus you like a camera lens here, and they show, you know, where you're a little fuzzy at versus where you got it clear. And mostly they show you where your shadows are so you can grow faster, and it's up to you to be aware of it. So you could be running late all the time and not be truthful, and they'll let you know. You could lie, they'll let you know. You could get angry, they'll let you know. All these different things. They will also be a mirror to you. So they'll be reflecting who you are just as you kind of do to them. So that's why I find them to be like an accelerator in your life. And I would like to add, be around people that you enjoy being around. Be around people that you don't enjoy being around. Get like a balance of both, but make sure you're giving value in relationships. Go in relationships to give. Give in your connections. Make that be the theme. And the last thing is, you know, get someone you could learn from. Get someone, get a mentor where you could connect with, and make sure that mentor, you know, is doing greater things than you're doing, but yet at the same time treat them like they're on the same level as you, but yet listen to them more. And also someone that may not be doing as well, someone that could use the guidance. You're on the same level as them, but mentor them as well, because then you'll feel a richness and see them grow and see them blossom and feel like you're part of that. So it's all exciting. Get connections of all kinds, kind of like the tree branches you guys may see right there. They just expand out like our brain, just all over the place. These different neurons. Make as many of those as you can. Live that and be electrifying as you move through each different branch in your communications and your connections with people. That's all I got to say. Stay fresh, stay blessed. With Ruben, peace. Live with peace, live with passion.